Hello everyone, my name is Derek P. Fields. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another Detroit Lions video. If you like Detroit Lions football talk, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Make sure you ring the bell for all notifications. Anyway, guys, couple shouts out. Want to give a shout out to Barbershop Nappy or Not for hooking your boy up. Go check it out if you live in the Detroit area. It's located on Warren and Wayne Road, right on the corner there where Toys R Us used to be. No, this is not a paid promotion, but I told my barber, Stan Wade Fly, that I would shout the barbershop out today on my video. So here it is, Stan. Hope you get some business, brother. Also, shout out to Frederick Williams. Forgot to shout you out yesterday. And my main man, Luke G, as well. And all the other Detroit YouTubers out there that's been watching me and doing their own thing on YouTube. Much love and shouts out to everybody out there. So this video, guys, we're going to talk about the somewhat meaningless season finale between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Now, when I say somewhat meaningless, they're not playing for a postseason berth. However, they are playing for draft position. Now, no matter what happens tomorrow, the Lions will be below the Packers with a possible 5-11 record. But even if they win tomorrow, the worst that the Packers could be would be 6-9-1. That will still be a better record than 6-10. So the Detroit Lions will indeed pick last or before the Green Bay Packers. I should have pulled this up, guys. Let me go ahead and pull this up right now. We're going to do standings. And we're going to do league. So I've got that pulled up. Hopefully it loaded. Okay. All right, let's go back to ESPN. All right, so basically the Lions, tomorrow's game will be about draft position. We already discussed that the Lions will pick before the Packers. Now, this will be, for the Detroit Lions especially, a matter of, will you pick in the top 5 or will you pick in the top 10? Either way, the Lions are almost guaranteed a top 10 pick, but we'll come to that later. So the injury report, I checked DetroitLions.com, and as of my last checking, it was not out yet, but I'm sure that ESPN updated, or hopefully they did. So we've got a lot of questionables, but they'll probably play for the Detroit Lions. And as far as the Green Bay Packers, I really don't care. This is right here what I love about ESPN and their power index percentage win predictor. Over here, they are giving Detroit less than a 20% chance to win this game, with Green Bay in Lambeau an 80% chance to win. That's with the hobbled Aaron Rodgers. Man, but if you look right here, his stats are still crazy. 2 interceptions. Wow. I didn't even know that. 2 interceptions all year. Also, I wanted to do a collaboration video Sunday with any Green Bay fan, really. I had reached out to a couple, but I got no response, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it Sunday because I have a prior engagement. So I may be able to go live for maybe an hour. So maybe if there's any Green Bay Packer out there, any Green Bay Packer fan that wants to do a collab, particularly a YouTuber, that would have been nice. But like I said, I did reach out to a few, and I haven't received any reply. So let's look and see what the Detroit Lions. So points per game, the Detroit Lions 19 to Green Bay's 25. Points allowed 24 to 24.6. Total yards 340 for Detroit, 406 for the Packers. Passing yards, the Packers have more. Rushing yards, the Packers have more. I'm not even going to break them down like that. Yards allowed, Detroit actually allows less yards at maybe about a little less than 10 yards per game. Passing yards allowed, Detroit leads in that, or is better in that. And rush yards allowed as well, Detroit is better at that. So it's not really a lot to dissect here. I kind of want to focus more on the draft position of the Detroit Lions. So what do you guys think? You want the Detroit? You want the Detroit Lions? You want the Detroit Lions to lose, or the Detroit Lions to lose this game? Or would you prefer them to go out with a little bit of momentum? I can't believe that the tickets are still $70. That's insane. But what do you expect at Lambeau Field, right? All right, so let's go to NFL here, and let's look at the league standing so far. So let's go to the basement. This is going to be a battle of the basement, a basement bowl, if you will. My mustache is all in my nose. So, man, so the Arizona Cardinals right now are at the very bottom. Detroit still has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, I looked, and the Detroit Lions right now, I need to have my phone, but it's charging right now. I heard earlier, right now I have the 5th pick. So I have not been able to confirm that, if it's true or not. But there has been talk all week that the Lions can finish as high as number 2, which I guess I did say that. But shout out to also Miles Metcalf, I believe it was, on the live stream. He did say that the tiebreaker was not head-to-head, and he was indeed correct. I was thinking of something else as far as when it comes to draft position. But the Lions, I guess, could end up as high as 2 if the planets align and we get that eclipse of possible things that can happen. So the Detroit Lions, like I said, right now, I believe are to have the 5th pick right now, but that's unconfirmed. I haven't looked it up, but I'm going off what I said. So if they lose tomorrow, if they lose tomorrow, they could, I guess, one of the things, oh, here it is, tie-breaking procedures down here. But what do you want the Lions to do? Would you like them to win tomorrow's game and have a little momentum for the offseason going into next year? Or would you like them to go ahead and lose, put up a fight, not tank? Go ahead, put up a fight and drop to 5-11 and potentially end up with the number 2 pick. I do believe that the Detroit Lions will, if they lose tomorrow, that they will have at least the top 5 pick, a top 5 pick. But all but guaranteed a top 10 pick. So I think a number of things have to happen for them to get the number 2 pick. It's going to be almost impossible. And a number of things have to happen for them to be out of the top 10. Now, I will say this. I did see a video yesterday or earlier this morning from the 24/7 website. It was a YouTube. I think they have a YouTube channel, but it came up in my recommendations and I checked it out. And the title of it was Detroit Lions could be next year's Chicago Bears. And one of the reasons that was said is because of the cap space and the fact that the Lions will have a top 10 pick. And they haven't had a top 10 pick in years. And to tell you the truth, that's what this game is all about, the draft position. So the Lions have, for the past couple of years, wound up in the middle of the pack. We know Taylor Decker came in the 20s. Frank Ragnow came. They didn't make the playoffs last year. I forgot what pick he was, but he came. I think Taylor Decker was 20 or 21, something like that. So they've been in the middle of the pack for the last couple of years, and it's been quite a while since they've had a top 10 pick. And that, with the new coach and no doubt dropping Jim Bob Cooter for next season and things like that they could be next year's Chicago Bears. So that was inspiring. That was a little bit of, we're Lions fans. It's like same old Lions, and we got to see it to believe it. We will give them more credit than the media does, and the rest of the NFL really does give the Detroit Lions. But the Detroit Lions are one of those teams that they have to prove it. And I think that even when they do prove themselves by making a title game, even going to the Super Bowl, I'm going to tell you, this is when the Detroit Lions will get respect. They have to. All these things have to happen in the same season, in my opinion. But if the Detroit Lions win the North, guarantee they get no respect. If they make it to the conference final game, or conference final, I'm thinking of the NBA. If they make it to the conference game, still no respect. If they win the conference game, still no respect. They will be underdogs in the Super Bowl. They will have to win the Super Bowl. The Detroit Lions are one of them teams that will probably have to repeat a conference championship in order to actually get respect from the NFL. If they win a Super Bowl, then they won't be in the cellar anymore, but they're still not going to be I guarantee you the Detroit Lions win a Super Bowl and it will be considered kind of a fluke year. I promise you that. Everybody from Stephen A to Chris Carter to anybody on these talk shows, the Detroit Lions will have to repeat or create some type of dynasty, in my opinion, to be taken seriously at all. So not really a lot to talk about really this today. Just the fact that it's a basement bowl. I'm going to go ahead and make my prediction. I'm going to say that the Lions pull off an upset and they win this game tomorrow and they wind up 6-10, which should still guarantee them a top 10 draft pick. So either way it goes, I'm not going to be unhappy. They win, that's boost us up. They lose, that boosts us up. They win, beat the Packers in Lambeau, which will happen twice in the last, 2 or 3 years. So either way, to me, it's a win-win situation. Lions win, we beat Green Bay in Lambeau again. We lose, we get an awesome draft pick. So, but coming up, guys, this coming week is going to be I think it's going to be a very intense week. We've got coaches that's no doubt going to get fired. I do expect to hear of Jim Bob Cooter's firing next week. Look, I feel like Ian Rappaport and all this stuff. Ian Rappaport. I don't know. I want to call him Rappaport, but Ian Rappaport, I feel like him. I have no insider knowledge, but I feel like that I just have one of those, being a fan, I have like that fan knowledge, that fan feeling that Jim Bob Cooter, even though he has Matthew Stafford's support, Matthew Stafford had his chance. Jim Bob Cooter had his chance and he failed. So he will be packing his bags come Monday morning. I do expect to hear that Coach Caldwell will be hired by some team, but we will talk about that stuff Monday. Monday is going to be a very exciting NFL day, and with the playoffs coming up next week. So as I conclude for the last time the Detroit Lions preview show, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being a part of my channel. Everybody from Bowflex to Detroit Lions to Hair Loss, whatever makes you tune in to Derek P. Fields and my channel, I do appreciate that. And we got big things planned for next year. Shout out again to Luke G. I'm going to get that podcast up and running. So during the off season, I'm going to get a console to be taking phone calls and stuff like that, and probably go live on the air when that happens. So yeah, guys, appreciate you so much. And as we say adieu to the Detroit Lions regular season, there probably will be a live wrap-up show, recap of the game on Sunday, maybe for a little while because I don't have a lot of time. And then when they start Sunday after the game, man, they're going to start dropping. So I'm going to be glued to my phone like Rappaport. So anyway, guys, it is Derek P. Fields. I may or may not, if anybody knows how to get these ads off my computer, let me know. I have to go and figure out some things out. I may or not put some highlights of their last meeting in this game. If I do that, you guys won't be able to see the screen. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. It is Derek P. Fields signing out for the last time as a Detroit Lion preview show. Yeah, man, appreciate you guys so much, and I will see you later. So Derek P. Fields is out. Peace.